Can you tell me who's Sherman?
I was told that was going to be the first question. I believe Gilco threw me under the bus.
He did.
What did he say?
He says he calls you the Shermanator, and you put a smile on his face every time he looks at you.
Yeah, I suppose a backhanded compliment, isn't it? I have a few nicknames in the squad going at the moment. That's one of them, yeah.
Okay, so this is on the. Have you seen this film, TV program?
Oh, I have. Yeah, I've seen that.
Do you think it's fair enough?
It actually, Keith Earls was on the christening meet. I was in the academy and we were doing it's like a non-23 session, I think, on a Friday. He christened me after that. That was about 5 or 6 years ago. And I kind of died down towards the end, and then somebody heard about it here and they thought it was the best thing ever. And Gilco's been promoting it ever since.
Joking aside, this is big for you, right? You must be delighted to be selected and raring to get going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of players dream about a World Cup debut, so just can't wait to get stuck in.
Are you fully settled into this environment now, Ben? You must be. Gregor singing your praises about all your various attributes. Does this feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's felt comfortable for a while, to be perfectly honest. Like, I didn't play until the last Six Nations game, but I was in camp for 7-8 weeks before that, and then we've obviously had multiple months of a build up towards this, and then we've already been here a few weeks. So I spent a lot of time in camp, gotten to know the boys, staff, coaches really well. So I would say I've been settled in for a very long time, yeah, and comfortable for a long time.
Have you been in any contact with the Irish lads at all?
Bits and bobs, nothing major.
Yeah. Saving it up for next week, maybe.
We'll focus on this week first.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to about the weekend?
Just playing, to be perfectly honest. Trying to get as much game time as possible, and excited with the combinations we have. This weekend, been training with these boys for a while. Like I said, I haven't played since the Georgia game, so just can't wait to get back out there.
It's been quite a year since coming into the Scotland environment. Amazing campaign with Munster, and then basically straight back into Scotland for months now. I mean, if you look at that as almost quite a lot of upheaval, how have you kind of dealt with it? How do you look back on the year that you've had so far?
Yeah, it's been a lot of travel. There was a lot of travel during the Six Nations, and then more travel back and forth to South Africa a few times, and then kind of over here, moving to Edinburgh, a few logistical stuff there. So a lot of travel, a lot of ups and downs along the way, but it kind of all happened in a whirlwind, to be honest. The last kind of 5-6 games for Munster just kind of seemed to roll into one, to be perfectly honest, and by the end we'd won it and it was done. And then, like you say, a few weeks off, and then you're into a really intense World Cup camp, which is probably one of the toughest pre-seasons you'll ever do. So I always felt throughout the whole kind of last number of months that you referenced to, there's always been a job right in front of my face, and that's kind of taken my attention, to be perfectly honest. So maybe in a few years, like Luke said, we'll look back and all of it will hit you all of a sudden, but it's the nature of rugby at the moment. In the last few months I've had anyway, there's always a job in front of my face to be done.
Is it, I suppose, with so much kind of change around you, being able to focus, do you think that's been good for your game? Has that brought out the best in your rugby?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. That and trying to get as much game time as possible. Towards the end of last season I was fortunate to get a good bit of game time at Munster, and then twice in the warm-up. So and also the two environments, it's two different sets of coaches, two different ways of doing things, so you learn a lot more along the way that way as well.
How big an opportunity is this? As you say, next week is for after Saturday, but you have to view this as a chance to force your way into Gregor's plans for that match against Ireland.
Look, I'm just focusing on, like I say, getting out there, trying to have as much fun as possible, and winning. We know what we need from this game. There's no point looking to next week and not getting what we want on Saturday, because then there's no point in it. So that's where my mind is for the moment, just doing our job for Saturday.
Obviously there'll be a lot made of the fact that Finn Russell's the guy in front of you in the stand-off position. How do you find competing with him, and how much do you learn from him?
Yeah, I've learned a huge amount. Obviously he's been in the jersey for the last number of years, and I think it's important for a 10 coming up along to have kind of guys to learn off, and I've been very fortunate through coaches and players. I've learned off some brilliant past out halves. I had Stephen Larkham for numerous years in Munster, then came here out Gregor, and then obviously Finn the last kind of number of months ahead of me as well, so I've been learning off. I've taken a bit from multiple sources, but no, Finn's been great. He's real open, very honest, great leader within the group, and he's kind of he's assisted me greatly. Yeah.
And is there a pressure coming in, knowing that he's the sort of talisman of the team and you're coming in his shoes this weekend almost?
No, I wouldn't say there's a pressure. Like I said, I just want to get out there and play again. You know, I haven't played since the Georgia week, so I wouldn't say it's pressure. It's more excitement just to get out there, lead this team for Saturday. That's my job, and I'm just excited about doing it.
Most of your family are from Tip, are they all from Tip?
Yeah, well, my dad is, dad's side.
Yeah. What do they make of this? Son playing for Scotland. How is all that happening?
They're very proud, you know. They're very proud to have a son playing international rugby. They're happy for me because I'm happy. So yeah, I think they're probably more excited than I am for Saturday. Can't wait for it.
Are any of them here? Or?
Yeah, both my parents are over. They've been here the last 2 weeks, so they'll be there on Saturday.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, lads. Great stuff.